Time now to get over to the kitchen and check in with ABC 7 Culinary Director Judi Gallagher and see what she's fixing for lunch today. Hi, Judi.
Well, hi there, Scott. I have a twist on a grilled chicken taco. I'm using French bread, and if you can see behind me what's coming up later on today in the Suncoast View, we've got delicious artisan bread. But what I love about this recipe is I like to mix the flavors, both the Latin, the Mexican flavors, and bring a little brightness with things like Chinese 5-spice. So we're going to do a little fusion of seasoning. We're going to take boneless chicken breasts. You can easily use chicken thighs. Boneless chicken breasts are healthier for you, and I buy them on sale on Tuesdays, so I keep them in the freezer. But we're going to also make charred tomatilla. It's really easy to do. I took the tomatillas out of the husk, and I'll be ready to show you how to do this in just a few minutes. So stay with me. We're bringing you a newer version of a sandwich, and it's chicken taco sandwich.
Let's get back to the kitchen now with Chef Judi. She's making some grilled chicken taco sandwiches for us today. Judi?
I am Scott, and thank you for bearing with me with all these seasonings as it tickles our throat. Now we're going to take the tomatillas. I took them out of the husk, as I mentioned. These little green tomato-like items are going to be perfect. We're going to char them. You can char them on the grill. Once you peel them, they come out really easily out of the husk, by the way, and then flat side down in your griddle pan or grilled outside. We can blend this in a food processor when we're done, but I'm going to leave them in bigger pieces and just do a dice. To this, I'm going to add some chopped onions and a little more oil, and let's just let that go. Now let's come over to my wok pan. I have the boneless chicken breast. Notice how thin I've cut these. Think about like a chicken fajita size is what you're looking for, okay? So with the chicken, I'm going to add some garlic because I love garlic. Now to this, Chinese 5-spice, and here comes this tickle again. A little chipotle, definitely some salt and pepper. There we go. And while we're at it, let's get some salt and pepper going over here. And it's okay to char these onions as well, so don't worry if they start to get that almost burning sensation. It's going to be just fine. Now I'm going to do a little Guatemalan cardamom, and cardamom is adding that almost floral note to this. So let's get this wok pan up just a little bit. I didn't want the oil to smoke too much in the beginning. We're using vegetable oil today instead of olive oil. It'll cook the chicken really well in the tomatillas, but it won't be that heavy sense that I sometimes worry about using olive oil. I already have some chicken done, so we'll get back to that in just a few minutes. Now is about the time where, believe it or not, while they're charring, if it's on the outdoor grill, I don't do the lime at this point, but in a pan, I'm going to add a squeeze of lime. And that's just going to, again, marry all the flavors. I'm going to use the tip of my knife just to kind of move this around. See how you notice the ones in front are really getting that char and they're really starting to cook down. That's what I'm looking for. And like I said, although you can blend them in the food processor, I'm going to leave them a little bit bigger. So when I come back, the rest of the chicken will be done. Seasoning is coming along. Make a super fast sour cream cilantro salsa sauce that's going to go with this. And we'll just start packing it all in. Ready for lunch in just a few minutes. Oh, it's going so well. The tomatillas have really charred down with the onions and getting that, just that beautiful aroma that's coming off it with the garlic and the chicken simmering down. Now let's get to a simple cilantro sauce. Cilantro, you want to use the stems too because they have a lot of flavor right in there. What I do, I mean, this can't get any simpler, right? Is I buy the Sunset salsa, the mango salsa. You can certainly make your own. It's so easy. And right now, if I'm making salsa, I'm using the organic grape tomatoes because they're just popping with softness and vibrancy. So I think it makes for a great salsa. Now look at this. Will you look at how easy? You hide the container of the salsa and everybody will say you're a brilliant chef right there, just for that dressing. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to our French bread now. I already have some regular cilantro on there and some radishes. So now I'm going to put a little sauce in the bottom. So we'll call that the Chef Judi secret sauce, right? Now let's get to the chicken, and let's just lay a few pieces of chicken that are already grilled up, and we still have that great flavor of a hint of the chipotle pepper, but then we bring it back with some Chinese 5-spice. So again, it's going to be really fun. Hint of lime, let's do layers of flavors, and now let's get over to where these tomatillas are starting to char down. They're gonna look like a grilled pepper when you're done, just like a grilled green pepper. If you wanna put it in the food processor, it's a great way to make a tomatilla sauce, but I like the texture of having them on there. So there we go. Then you're gonna take your avocados. And again, once you slice the avocado, don't do it too early, but put a little lime on there. That citrus is gonna keep it from browning. Okay, oh gosh, this is so good. I can hardly wait for Scott to have one of these for lunch today. There we go. Now let's get back to the sauce, put a little more on top, and we've got it. Now, just to note, when you're using radishes, save these greens. These are power greens and they need to go in your smoothie, so you can just blend them up. But they're so good. I'll often just take the greens, and if I'm gonna cook, blend up the tomatillas and the onions, I'll put the greens in too, just to give it that extra bump of health. So now you see what an official chicken taco sandwich looks like. And when I come back, I think it's time for their lunch, don't you?
Now, I have to laugh because when Judi was sitting here before, she was making the tomatillos, but I thought as I was walking by that she was cooking limes, because that's what it looked like in the pan.
It looked like I was grilling limes.
Yes.
Which I actually did use the lime juice in the pan while they were charring.
Nice.
But it's the tomatillos, you know, you buy them in the husk, and you can find them nowadays, you can find them almost anywhere.
Oh yeah,
I
I've
picked
seen
them
them.
at Fresh Market, but you can get them almost anywhere. So char that down with onions. Then I grilled up some really thinly cut boneless chicken breasts. Little of the ground cardamom is going to give the floral note, then Chinese 5-spice, and then a hint of that chipotle pepper. So it's marrying the Asian influence and the Latin influence, and then the easiest, what I like to say, cilantro sauce, sour cream, mango salsa, and cilantro. And Wendy, I made it nicely for you so you didn't have to bite into this big bread
But
thing
you know
on
what
TV?
I also love? I love the marrying of all these different spices from different parts of the world, and it just creates a whole new sensation for your tongue, for your palate.
Well, it does.
Really
and
is great.
you know, everything's better on French bread, right?
Oh, Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you both.